am Ayana Taylor, and my guest today is Stefan Leach. So thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So I've been waiting to interview this guy because he's awesome, and we've been working together with the play The Mercy Seat
for like about a month.
For about a month now, right? Yeah, and it's been so awesome. It's been rewarding. How do you feel about working on this project?
Well, I'm honored to be working with you.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's, you know, as soon as I saw you come into our class, I was like, you know, I had the scene in mind. I said, we're both powerful. I feel like we could do it, you know. And
so cool. It's cool you thought of me for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So like I said, we go to Playhouse West together, and it's just been such a fun experience so far. So tell us really quickly your experience with Playhouse West and how that's been transformational for you.
Yeah, so Playhouse West, as some of you probably know, it's like a Meisner school, and I've studied Meisner for a long time at the college I went to. And a teacher of mine was like, you know, I was getting ready to graduate, and he's like, I've been studying at Playhouse, you should check it out. Boom, went, did an audit, fell in love with what I saw.
That's awesome.
And, you know, I talked to them, and, you know, a month later I was in class, and it was just life-changing, honestly.
Yay. I love to hear that, because, I mean, everybody's journey is different, and it's cool to hear what Playhouse West does for different people. So, awesome. Without further ado, let's hop right into this interview.
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so Stefan, tell us right off the gate, where are you from, and how did you end up in Los Angeles?
So originally I am from New York. I was born in Manhattan, New York. You know how it is now. New York, and I was born in Manhattan, lived in Queens, right? But you know, when I was 9, I moved to Florida.
Okay.
And so it is a big difference, and I think thankful to moving to Florida, I was able to find acting, you know, around my senior year, and I used, you know, the opportunity to go back to New York to study, and then get my degree in Los Angeles. So that's what kind of brought me out to Los Angeles, being able to get my bachelor's in acting. So yeah,
that's cool. So when it comes to New York, did you feel like, were you influenced at all by acting and just being that first time all the way up until now, or was there what was it that you found in Florida that you didn't see in New York originally?
See, that's a good question. New York is a very fast-paced city, and it's a lot of hip-hop, a lot of rap, you know, especially the areas I was exposed to. And I just think I would have probably gotten more heavily into sports. And by going to Florida, I think it really allowed me to just be around a different crew of people. You know, it's very diverse, and I lived in a very suburb area. So like, I think those influences very much like pushed me towards acting later in my life, though.
Creative.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Versus New York, that was definitely more in your area, more sports driven.
Yeah, definitely more sports driven. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. And so you got a degree in Los Angeles. Where'd you go? What school did you go to?
I went to the New York Film Academy.
Okay. So you're a filmmaker as well, or primarily went for acting?
I primarily went for acting, but you know, I definitely, the way the school is structured, you learn so much about the film side of everything. So they really make you want to like do it yourself. So it's great.
So I can see how that could be very empowering. So it's just like, okay, as an actor, like you know how to, you know, put shots together. You know how to look the whole behind the scenes of it. So that's really cool. I love that. Okay. So my next question, what would you say was that one thing that inspired you to begin your acting journey? Was there a person, was there a place, was there an event? What was it that stimulated you to be like, hey, this is it. Like, I love acting and I want to pursue this full time.
So, if I'm being honest,
let's be honest.
I wanted to do it when I first moved to Florida, but like a single black mom and a single child, we just didn't really, and Florida isn't really the best place for that. So we didn't know. So that kind of, at a 9-year-old, that kind of passed. But it was when I was a senior, and I was sitting in my technology, my computer science class, and I was like, I can make 6 figures in about 5 to 6 years, right? But I'm like, do I really want to sit in front of a computer? So if I'm being honest, it was a lot of vain reasons why I got.
Let's hear it. What were your vain reasons?
I wanted. So I wanted to be, mind you, I was like 17, right? So I wanted something that was easy. So I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be very well liked, which is popularity, the fame. I wanted I liked women. I thought it would bring attention that at the time, you know, was, you know, yeah. So I definitely, got into it for vain reasons. But you know, the first time I did a 2-month workshop at the New York Film Academy in New York, by the end of it, I was changed. I was changed. And New York is one of the most beautiful places to study acting. So yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Wow, that's really inspiring, because that's, at the end of the day, it's like we all come to acting in our own unique ways. And shallow or vain or whatever you want to call it, it still brought you to where you are now. And like now you're pursuing something that you're so passionate about. So yeah, okay, cool. Let's go on to the next question. Okay. So the third question I have for you is, what would you say is a struggle that you're going through right now? What do you feel like is something that you're experiencing just in your creative realm that's maybe giving you hiccups and making things a little hard for you?
Well, this is something that, like, you know, now that I have an opportunity to talk about it, like, I graduated last year, May, 2018 May, and it was a slump, a period of confusion, of finding yourself. I'm in a city by myself. I'm like completely out of school at this point, right? So it's just like, I had to find work, I had to find job, and it was just bringing me further away from acting and my joy, and it was like really, it deteriorated my joy of what I did, and like I just became I would go to work, come home, and it wasn't until I was able to do this alumni showcase at my school that it kind of brought me out of my slump, gave me juice. I was around my friends, I loved them, they were talented. And I was able to like get a manager from it, and so yeah.
Look at that, opportunities everywhere. I love that.
Exactly. So that kind of brought me out of that slump, and I just want to say, like, if you're ever in a down place or you're worrying about your art or whatever, like just try to stay as focused as you can. It's hard. Get a support group, very tight support group. Shout out to Josh, shout out to Zdenek, shout out to all my friends, Sean, Dylan Perry. Like, you know, these are people who really, you know, help me when I'm down. So yeah. Definitely stay focused.
Stay focused and have a community around you. Yes. Because it gets hard. It's a struggle.
Yes, it does.
I love that. I love it. And that's a great tip. It's a good reminder, like, hey, we're all struggling. We're all going through something. But to know, like, you can lean on people and they'll be there for you, and vice versa. It's invaluable.
It is. It truly is.
That's awesome. Okay. And you just, like I said, you just gave amazing tips and amazing advice. But just another one. What would you say is another tip or advice that you can share with other people who are pursuing this, who are maybe afraid to pursue this or afraid to take that leap, or, you know, just something that you can share with them to encourage them on?
I would say arts, but if we're talking acting specifically, just make sure that this is something you need to do, like you really you want to. Like I said, I didn't need to do it when I started, but it grew into me. And so just make sure that you're very passionate, because this is a hard industry. It's a hard day. It's hard doing the work, period. You know, at Playhouse we put in a lot of work, and so I just say be confident, stay true to yourself, and just find things you like about it, and people who relate to it, and just research. The more you research, the more you watch movies, the more you kind of enjoy the whole process. So just make sure you love it. Love it, love it, love it, and everything will come in, you know, strides.
Yeah, I love that. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Love what you do, and you'll never work a day in your life.
Amen.
I think that's Steve Jobs. I think Steve Jobs said that.
Somebody said it. Somebody did say it.
Do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And it just comes full circle. Make sure it's something that you're passionate about. And I was talking to someone else about this. I think one of the other after talks, where they were like, if you're doing what you love, if you're doing it and you're pursuing it, and you come to find out you hate it, that in itself is a reward, because it's just like now you have closure with what you wanted to do. You gave it your all. You put yourself out there and made the effort. So just keep going, okay? Don't give up. So, well, thank you, Stefan, again for being on my channel.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So where can we stay in touch with you if we want to follow you? Do you want to stay connected with you? See all the amazing stuff you're about to shoot? Because we're about to shoot our scene together. It's happening. So if you want them to stay tuned in to what you're doing, where can they follow you on any social media or sites, anything like that?
So I have an Instagram, and it's Stefan Leach. Yes, and it's just my first and last name, and I will be having a website coming soon. So stay tuned, and we'll see.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for being on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because you got to help a sister out, you know what I'm saying? All right, until next time, see you later. Bye.